Hey, what's up, everybody? Scott's Skyny Tradition. This is my response for Ray from Phillies Baseball Card Hall of Fame video. Um, so basically, there was 10 players, 10 cards specifically that were inducted last year. So those obviously are not going to be inducted again this year. And those cards are the 51 Bowman Mantle rookie, the 52 Topps Mantle, the 1980 Topps Ricky Henderson, the 48 Leaf, Jackie Robinson, rookie, the 68 Topps Nolan Ryan, the 33 Gowdy Babe Ruth, card number 144, the 51 Bowman Willie Mays, the 54 Topps Hank Aaron, the 89 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr., and the T206 Honus Wagner. So none of those cards are going to be voted in again, obviously, because they're already in. So I've compiled a list of 10 cards that I think are deserving to be in the Baseball Card Hall of Fame. So I'm going to kind of go through each of those cards with you. Starting out with number 10 is the Pete Rose rookie card, 1963 Topps. So I know a lot of people out there aren't really big fans of the floating heads and the multiplayer cards. I understand that argument, but this card specifically has a lot going for it. I think the blue, the red, the yellow background, it's that conglomeration of colors just pops in my opinion, and I think it's a very appealing card to me. I know some people don't like it, but I'm just a huge fan of that color combination. I'm a big colors guy, so those colors work for me. Um, Obviously, there's a lot of sensitive issues as far as the corners go and chipping because of those colored borders. But it is a really great card. I mean, Pete Rose uh, is the MLB leader in hits, over 4,000 hits. And although he's not in the Hall of Fame, may never get in the Hall of Fame, but I think he will at some point. It's a must have for any collector. He's arguably the best hitter of all time, so you got to have this in your collection. This card's number 10 on my list, although it's not in any exact order. I just kind of made a rough order for the card. So the 63 Topps Pete Rose comes in at number 10. Number 9 on the list is the 1933 Gowdy Napoleon Lodge. Just love the green, yellowish background border to this card. It's a very rare card, so very few people actually own this card. And that's because it had to be acquired directly from Gowdy and was not originally in the 33 set. It basically was a chase card that just made kids buy more stuff at the time. And the only way to actually get the card was to contact Gowdy, and they would ship it to you in an envelope. A lot of times with a paper clip on it, and so that paper clip would actually imprint the card, and a lot of them, had that kind of paperclip mark in there. This one is not mine, obviously, and neither was the Rose. This is graded Mint 9, which is a crazy high grade copy, and I just like the way it looks. It's a huge card to get, and I think deserves consideration for the Baseball Card Hall of Fame. Number 8 on the list is a card that I just picked up, the 1959 Topps Bob Gibson rookie card. And this is the one I have in my PC. Just got it in a couple days ago, actually. So good timing for the video. It's a rookie card of the original Intimidator. This guy was a beast on the mound. So not only all that, arguably he has one of the best seasons pitching of all time. And more so than just all his attributes and statistics, the card itself is very striking with the pink background. It's just very unique looking. I really like the style of the 59 Topps in general, but they have this like pink color with this particular Cardinals card where you have like the red accents on the jersey and things like that. I just think it works out really well. Just a beautiful card to add to any collection. So that is number 8 on my list. Number 7 on my list is a card that everyone should have in their collection, and I would like to add one at some point too. The 55 Topps Roberto Clemente rookie card. Again, I really like the look of this card. I'm a big color guy, so it's got that green background. You got Jackie Robinson's crest white smile there, which, just looks great against that backdrop. And this card really is very popular amongst collectors, especially the Latin community. He has to be the most popular Latin player of all time, Roberto Clemente. So this card's always going to have a huge following and a huge collecting base. Great player on the field, very generous off the field, obviously passed away. on a humanitarian mission. So all those things kind of bottled up together make this card just a great card for anybody's collection. So that's number 7 on my list. Number 6 on my list is definitely a rarity. The 1950-51 Toleteros Josh Gibson card. Just watch one of these actually sell for big bucks, along with the original photo used in the Robert Edward auction that ended just recently. This is the only known card of the Negro League legend. A lot of people compare him to the Babe Ruth of the Negro Leagues. Never got to play in the majors, so you'll never know how his numbers stacked up. But a lot of people say he's very similar to Babe Ruth, probably as far as what his numbers would have been. Only 9 total graded by PSA, so incredibly rare card. Just not a lot out there. And the vast majority of us will never add this card to our collections, but what a beautiful, beautiful example right there. Would be an awesome card to add if you can actually find one. So number 5 on the list, we're going to go with a great pitcher from the Negro Leagues, the 1948 Leaf Satchel Page card. And what a beauty. I would love to own this card at some point, but it's like crazy, crazy pricey. It's one of the toughest post-war cards in the hobby due to a whole myriad of issues. But to own a card of the best Negro League pitcher of all time, and who knows what his numbers would have been if he were allowed to pitch in the majors a lot earlier in his career. He kind of pitched a little bit in the twilight of his career, but not when he was in his prime. So definitely the number 5 card, the 48 Leaf Satchel Page. And look at the colors again, just the red, blue, and yellow. Very similar to actually the colors in the Pete Rose card that I like so much. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I just love the colors of these particular cards. They just appeal to me. The number 4 card on my list is the 1933 Gowdy Lou Gehrig. I mean, what's not to say about this card? I think it's Gehrig's most beautiful looking card. Although I do like his DeLong card as well. But this one, just the color combos again. You got that beautiful blue backdrop, and then that white uniform kind of opposed to that. It just works. And he's kind of in the middle of his swing, so there's kind of like an action shot there. Just what a card. It has everything going for it. I like the action shots a little more than the poses, or just the portrait card. So the 33 Gowdy Lou Gehrig makes the list. Number 3 on my list is a card from my own collection again, the 1953 Bowman Color Peewee Reese. And I really think this is the most iconic image baseball card of all time. Just him jumping in an action shot there over the sliding baseman. It's a cool card. I think it's a work of an art, like so many cards are in the 53 Bowman Color set. But I think this one takes the cake as far as having that type of action shot like that in the early 50s. I mean, for its time, I think that's pretty neat. Just a beautiful, beautiful looking card. And I think it's a card that everyone should have in their collection. This was the first baseball card that I bought when I started to get back into the baseball collecting side of things, as I started to add to that part of my collection. And then we're going to go to number 2 on the list. Again, a card that not a lot of us are ever going to own, if anyone. The 1915 Sporting News Babe Ruth rookie card. I mean, it's Babe Ruth and it's his rookie card. So I think that those two things make it necessary to have in the Baseball Card Hall of Fame. Arguably the greatest player ever. Certainly, probably the most iconic player ever. I mean, his story is legend, just crazy. He's a larger than life individual, basically. And this card, and like him in general, will probably be talked about for as long as baseball goes. I think Babe Ruth is going to be known. So only 15 or 20 of these have ever been graded by PSA. So there's not a large number out there. And of course he's pitching here, not hitting, with the Boston Red Sox. So that's number 2 on my list. Number 1 on my list is a card that's a little more common. And a card that I would want to add at some point as well, it's on my list, is the 1909-11 T206 Ty Cobb Red. I prefer the red backdrop to the green. The green's obviously more rare. The red is just more striking, though. I just like that red backdrop. I'm a big colors guy, so that's probably why I like that red that kind of sticks in your face. Along with Pete Rose, over 4,000 hits. A player that's going to stand the test of time as far as collectability. Ty Cobb what more can you say about this card? It'd be a great card to add to any collection, and it's actually somewhat available to actually find to add to your collection. So that's my top 10. Thanks for doing the contest, Ray. I enjoyed it last year, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day.